So getting back to what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Brandon. This is Extreme Daily Drivers. Thanks so much for stopping by the garage today. Today, we're going to be talking about my air compressor setup that I've been messing with over the last month or so. Check it out. Now, what I have back here is a sweet kind of carrying case that I got for my compressor. Let me open this guy up and I'll show you the compressor inside. By the way, got this guy from Harbor Freight. Check it out. So what you guys are looking at is the Napa air compressor. This thing used to be known as the Maxi Trac, and it's actually being sold by many other vendors by many other different names, but this is the monster portable air compressor that you can get for a really good deal. I got this for 130 bucks. I'll have a link down in the description. No affiliation, any of this stuff. I bought all my own money, but man, this thing is an absolute beast. It totally outdoes basically every single compressor that's on the market because it's a dual compressor and it's a super high flow. If you're looking for specs and stuff like that, I'll have everything down in the description. But let me just tell you, dude, this thing is a monster. We're gonna put it in action here soon. But I want to go over a couple of things I've done to this because it doesn't come like this. And actually, the way it comes is almost like a ticking time bomb, man. If you don't modify it and if you use it regularly, it will wind up damaging itself. Let me go into some details on what I've done to this and explain myself a little bit more by what I mean by it will damage itself. All right, so right off the rip, you are gonna notice this sweet green quick disconnect that I actually installed. Doesn't come with one of those. It comes with like this terrible generic hose. What's sweet about this is it allows you to obviously quick disconnect hoses. You may be saying, well, where the heck are your hoses? They're not in your box. Yes, they're right up here on my Molly panel mounted bag. Check them out. I'll yank these out real quick so you can take a look. So this is a 25-foot hose from Flexzilla. You see it there. And I have it connected to this pretty sweet gauge, which again, got this off Amazon along with the hose. And it was like 25 bucks or something like that. This thing's really sweet. What's nice is that you can read it at night. I don't know if you ever try to do your tires at night, man, but you're gonna need a flashlight or a headlamp to do it if it's not backlit like this. And also, I love how easy it is to read. So another modification I made to the air compressor is I installed a pressure switch. It's underneath this plate. Let me grab a screwdriver and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so now that I got the cover off, you can see my pressure switch in there. And the way I installed that guy is actually I didn't have to drill and tap it. I just screwed it into the pre-existing hole where the old hose inlet was. So that was super easy. And then for this one, I drilled and tapped it. And yeah, worked out really great. Now, you can see that there isn't a ton of room under here. So if you're going to do a pressure switch and have it be kind of internal like I did, you kind of have to put it here. There's no moving this board around, unfortunately. It is there to stay. I've manipulated things as much as I can, and believe me, there isn't a lot of wiggle room in there. So one last modification to kind of make this setup work is, you see this red and black wire? Well, these are the alligator clips. So in order for me to have the room necessary to put that pressure switch in there, I had to take these and send them underneath this metal piece here, pull it out through the other side. And when I did that, it worked out, but the plastics have to follow because, again, here is the cord for the alligator clips. Here's your on and off switch. And this is the old hole. There was a hole here for where the old hose inlet went, and I plugged it with a little rubber, generic little rubber cap, and it looks good. And then on this one, this used to not have a hole. I went ahead and drilled that so it matches up. So yeah, a little bit of work, but it worked out pretty sick. So I'm gonna put the cover back on this, put it back together. We're gonna hook it up to the car battery. I'm gonna deflate one of my tires pretty significantly. Then we're gonna hook the air compressor up and we're gonna time and see how long it takes for it to completely inflate the tire. All right, so we're aired down. We are at 18 PSI. We're gonna go to 35. So we got everything hooked up out here. Air compressor going to the battery. Now I'm gonna turn this on. and it just runs for a minute. And once that pressure switch hits its spot, it stops, which is awesome. The old way, without that pressure switch, this thing would just be wailing along with pressure getting built up. So now in real time, let's go ahead and air up this tire and see how long it takes us to go from 18 to 35 on these, I should say, 32-inch tires, 265, 70, 17. All right, so actually our gauge says we're at 16.4, so a little lower than 18. Got my stopwatch here. I'm about to hit the button here and get it started. You ready? Start. Come about 30 seconds. Let's see where we're at. 25 psi, not bad. All right, 50 seconds. 30.7. In a minute. 34.2. And 10 seconds, and we're at 35. Pretty darn good, dude. So what do you guys think? 16 psi to 35 psi, a minute and 10 seconds. Essentially, you could do all 4 wheels in under 5 minutes. That's pretty sweet with just a single air compressor. And check this out. I should have mentioned this earlier, but this thing is so strong. You can hook up air tools to it. Now it won't, you know, pull your lug nuts off, but dude, having one of these at camp is awesome. Clean your air filter with this, blow off your tent if it has condensation on it. There are a million things you can do with some compressed air, and essentially get nice strong bursts with this for as long as you want. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Napa Air Compressor, aka the Maxi Trac compressor. All in on this project, I'm a little bit under $200 for the box, the compressor, the hose, the gauge. But man, it's a really good deal for what you get. And if you're not afraid to drill a little bit of a hole and tap it and put a little switch in there, it's definitely well worth it. If you guys want some more information on modifying these things, check out the Maxi Trac compressor Facebook group. It's a fantastic group, lots of really solid information in there. There's also a ton of information on this compressor on YouTube, so just do yourself a search and you'll find videos just like mine. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later.